Reduce, reuse, and recycle. The third is what I will be talking about, recycling. Recycling is something most of us have heard about throughout our lives growing up. A lot of people encourage it, and some people do it that we know. A lot of us don't do it because we just don't really think about the benefits of it. Well, hopefully I will talk to you about some benefits, and it'll encourage you to consider recycling. Recycling is something simple. Kids can even help. You can make it fun, make it a fun game. Oh, is this recycling? I know at the college I attend in Grand Island, they have two specific trash cans. They have one for landfill waste and one for recycling. A lot of us are just not educated on what is recyclable and what could be used to be recycled and reused. The first thing is, what is recycling? Well, recycling is converting waste into reusable products and materials. Well, according to Beatty, Berck, and Shimshack from Economic Inquiry, Americans produce about 30% of 375 million tons of municipal solid waste annually. That's a lot of waste. Another website reported, due to low participation rate and lack of an official push, it's as if Americans are just tossing away money into landfills. It is true when you think about it that is basically what we're doing. When we buy something and we don't want to reuse it or are just done with it, we throw it away. I'm guilty of it, you're probably guilty of it, most of us are guilty of it. That is from Norfolk Daily News. This is a locally written article that has been reported this year. Well, what could be recycled? First, aluminum cans. Americans, on average, drink from an aluminum can every single day. I work with people that drink tons of Dr. Pepper cans in just one day. All of those cans can be reused and recycled. Only 49% are recycled, and all of these cans can be recycled. This is from Waste Management. Also, according to Waste Management, aluminum foil, bakeware, and other similar items are two other things that can be saved and recycled. An interesting fact in World War II is Americans used a lot of recyclable materials and aluminum bakeware and just aluminum cans and stuff to help contribute to the war. I think this is very important because it's part of our history, and it also shows how much Americans in the past have cared about recycling and making the world a better place. Another thing that can be recycled is paper waste. Paper waste can be books, magazines, newspapers, and cardboard boxes and envelopes. I've just sent out letters and never even thought about recycling envelopes. Also, plastic and glassware can be recycled too. These are a few other things that I haven't really thought about before that have been brought to my attention, and it makes sense of why these could be recycled. Recycling is beneficial in many areas, and not only in America, but in other parts of the world too. And personally, I think it should be pushed. Recyclable materials are everywhere. We can each do our own part to help. According to a journal article on coastal research, El Salvador even benefits from recycling here in America. So we can help people. This is just a simple example of how we could help people in other parts of the world. They reuse our materials that are being recycled for benefits there. That is another thing that I found fascinating about other parts of the world, as they make use of what they have. That is very encouraging to know that people consider that. I really appreciate it. According to reports, in Nebraska alone, millions of pounds of recycled paper, plastic, and metal are dumped into landfills every year. On average, Nebraskans use $34 million on landfill fees. To me, that is kind of a waste of money. Why not just recycle it, and you don't have to pay anything? And it benefits you, your neighbors, and tons of other people. And you just have a good feeling about it at the end because you're doing a better thing for the world. It is also better for our air, water systems, and health in general. And the most important part, like I said before, it's cost efficient. Who wouldn't like cost efficient items? So in conclusion, what is recycling? Well, recycling is converting waste that we think is waste to reusable and renewable resources. What can be recycled? Aluminum, paper, plastic, glassware, aluminum foil, simple things that we use daily that can easily be recycled. And how is it beneficial and why should it be pushed? Well, it's beneficial because it helps make our air cleaner, way more cost efficient, and it can help people, like I said, your neighbors or anybody, and who, like I said, wouldn't like cost efficient stuff. It just seems like a better option.